we are back now, 6:45 this Monday morning.
We're learning how to say Mainer terms.
Just a lot of words apparently today.
First of all, we are not.
Sorry.
Yeah,
one of us was born with it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it is.
But yeah, I'm learning slowly but surely.
We'll get you there. Yeah, we'll get you there.
Yeah.
There's important things you need to know.
Yeah.
And there's other things you don't need to know.
Okay.
We need to know about the weather. Any shot of that happening, or?
No, I'm good.
Probably not.
No, I'm good. I'm just gonna walk off for the day and just kind of just be done. I mean, I've already done it like a bunch of times. Let's just replay the tapes outside for your day here today. We are seeing a mixed bag of precipitation. It's slowly starting to make its way more west a little bit, but we're all seeing a little bit of everything as we look to the eastern half of the state for your day today. We're just kind of continuing with that. Specifically down east is where we've had the most issues so far, just because you guys have had and still do have some rain, freezing rain, sleet, and a bit of snow as well. And that's going to generally continue through a lot of your day with some combination of all of those things as we move through your Monday here. It's because of this low pressure system right off the coast. It's just throwing some moisture back into the area. And as that moves through, we're going to continue with a little bit of everything. You can see that we're going to have a lot of snow, obviously going to tend to be in the north more, a mix for the rest of us, but the saving grace is going to be slightly warmer air moving in. It's going to help you guys a lot down east, where we're going to have it eventually switching over to just rain. Not really going to see as much freezing rain, so we won't have quite as much ice because of that. Still, don't get me wrong, a decent amount out there, but this is going to help just tamper that down a tiny bit here as we move through your day. A lot of us could start to see some ice, or some rain, trying to make its way in, but as you can tell, it's really just not sure what it wants to do because temperatures are just on that line. So just expect a little bit of everything as we move through the rest of your day here today. Moving overnight, we're going to start to see this clearing out just a bit more, and then by the time we actually head out the door tomorrow morning, we should be left without any of the precip. Still probably slightly problematic, but we've seen them working on the roads all morning. They're going to continue to do that, which means they should be slightly better by that point in time. Storm total snowfall, so this is including what's already fallen. A lot of us over to the west a bit more, expecting just some snowfall. But like I said, we're going to have a little bit of mix popping in here too. As you can see, the further east you get, that's where we're going to have more in the way of the freezing rain, up to about 1/2 of an inch. So still a decent amount of ice, nothing to laugh at as you go out there. That's going to give us some impacts. We all know about the glaze on the roads. We're going to see that elevated a bit more. We're going to see some tree limbs that are hanging and just branches from different plants, but also with that, we're going to have a little bit more in the way of power outages, and that's not really going to be helped by the fact that we have winds outside that are also pretty gusty. These are up to about 40 miles an hour as we move through your day. Most people sitting right around 30 miles an hour at this point in time, so still a very breezy day. And it's just going to really kind of help knock everything down a bit more. So I am expecting to see some power outages as you go through the rest of your day, just because of those two things combined. The winds and the ice are just not really going to help matters for your day today. So there is a pretty good chance of that moving through as we go through the rest of your day here today. Now, otherwise, as we look after the storm, what's coming up next is a warming trend here. Getting a little bit warmer, near 40 degrees as we go to your day on Wednesday. And if you're along the coast, even a little bit warmer than that for you guys in the mid 40s there. Thursday into Friday is when we start watching the next thing moving through. This one's tending to look like it's going to be more in the way of snow at this point, but still a little bit far out with temperatures that are just kind of too close to freezing to make any official calls yet. But we're looking at our system moving through at the end of the work week like we've kind of had for all winter.
You know what though, but even for third week of January, you look at those numbers, I mean, we're mid 30s.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had, zeros and fives and single digits this time of year. So that's not awful. So
no, it's helping people with heating bills and everything just stay a little bit lower.
So, and it's cold enough in the mountains where they can make their snow and all that. So it's good news. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.